So everything that we do collectively is actually mirrored, reflected towards us in all different systems that we are part of. Politicians, governments, corporations, it's all part of the same system. Hey guys, this is Mike Sigula from TruthTheory.com. So recently I published this video talking about how I have this theory that ego is the fundamental reason or the primal cause of all the suffering on this planet. And a lot of people think it's greed, and a lot of people were commenting that it's not about ego, it's about love of money, it's about people on the top. So if you haven't checked this video, I recommend to check it out. I'll share a link in the description. But really, it's interesting that a lot of people think that we have to blame people on the top, and most people don't take responsibility for their own actions. My belief is that everything is interconnected. It's not like the guys on the top are to blame and we are all fine, because we all take part in what's happening. The guys on the top really are a byproduct of what's happening on the bottom. They are all linked to our choices, to our behaviors. So let me give you some examples of what I mean. Obviously, we are the ones who vote. We vote, when we get to politics and we elect some of these people. But we are also the ones who vote with our dollars, for example. People blame, for example, Bezos, that he's not paying taxes, that he's exploiting his workers, that they're crashing competition, that they're destroying smaller businesses, that they're spying on people, or they're destroying jobs through automation. But guess what? We are the ones buying from them. In the US, there's something like 40 or 50% of population have Amazon Prime. So we all want more convenience, we all want more stuff, we all want to have better lives, and these corporations, they try to adapt to it, and this is the byproduct. The side effect is small businesses go bust, workers are abused, and the guys on the top learn how to navigate the system or get the best results. So each one of us has a choice. A lot of people, for example, they want to look good, so they're gonna go and keep buying clothing regularly, just so you have nice piece of clothes. Once you wash it a couple of times, wears off, and then you go and get a new stuff. This is cheap retail street fashion, but these corporations now kill small businesses. They can create maybe cheaper products because a lot more capabilities to create cheaper stuff, to have higher volumes, to reduce prices. Now they have all the capabilities, but they have it because of us, because we support them, because we want to buy more stuff, because we want to have more convenience. It's not like I'm not supporting them or anything like that. I have my share in everything, even like this phone that I'm using now to record this video. It's also made in Foxconn. If you heard about massive plants in China, they had a period when the demand for iPhones were so high that people were committing suicides. Workers there were committing suicides, and they installed suicide nets to reduce the damage. The system is the way it is. We're part of it, and it's not like you can do one or the other 100%. If you want to be 100% sustainable, it's obviously super hard. I don't think it's really about going 100%. I think it's just about raising awareness, making small choices here and there, and over time things can change. I personally believe that everything has this fractal nature. Some patterns are reflected in different patterns. So for example, if you look at people, most of us have some kind of mask, right? So we say one thing, we think something else. We often do it to get some kind of advantage from other people. We might be nice, we might say, hey, how you doing? But really you think something else. And that's normal. It's just a part of our nature. We wear this mask. And it's often used to gain some advantage, to use someone for your own benefit or get something from someone else. It's just a normal thing in society. But if you think about it collectively, if everyone has it or some large percentage of people, what happens is that the same is reflected towards us. So in the media, for example, not sure if you remember the whole thing about 2012, where all the media was saying that Mayans predicted the end of the world. Anyone who actually researched that properly knows that it was not so much about the end of the world physically, but more like the end of an era. But media twisted it, and it became a massive lie. And people bought the story, and they were like, oh, you see, this crazy conspiracy people believe that Mayans predicted the end of the world and it didn't happen. But actually, the information was twisted, and it's twisted because of this is what people resonate with. If you are twisting yourself to fit what other people want to hear, to get something from them, if we wear masks, the same is reflected towards us on the different levels. Everything is linked. So for example, products, you go to a supermarket and you see these amazing products that have amazing branding, cool logos. You try them, they taste well, but really they're often poisonous. They can last for months on the shelf. They're designed to grab your attention, to make you addicted. And it's the same thing. These kind of things are a reflection of that mask we have. It's the same thing, corporations trying to use marketing tactics to get people to buy their products. They're gonna add some sugar so you become more addicted. It's exactly the same thing, you know, they create that mask, that layer, so more people can buy their stuff. So everything that we do collectively is actually mirrored, reflected towards us in all different systems that we are part of. You know, politicians, governments, corporations, it's all part of the same system. So again, I don't think we can solely blame people on the top. I think they are a byproduct of what we allow. Another interesting thing, think about that. You know, every one of us can access information easily through the internet these days. So we all have a choice to educate ourselves about different things. Corruption, how corporations work, what's happening behind with brands. The information is out there. You just have to do the research. Politicians who sell you some propaganda, you can learn everything and dig and find that information that actually to find out the truth. But most people decide to spend time on entertainment, watch some Netflix, browse through Instagram feed, watch football game. This is exactly that. We have choices every day, but we make different decisions. You can go to a farmer's market and try to support a farmer that's struggling, or you can go to a supermarket and feed gigantic corporation that is killing small businesses. And it's not that easy to do because obviously a lot of people struggle financially, so maybe they're gonna go to a supermarket because it offers better deals. I do that, everyone is doing that, it's fine. But sometimes you can think about it, maybe if you cannot do it this way, maybe you can do it somewhere else. So really, if you think about it, everything is a part of the system, and we are basically a support of this system. Once we start making different decisions collectively, we start changing, the system needs to change. Anyway, let me know what you think about this idea. This is just a theory. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I always say it's not about being perfect, it's about making small choices here and there, making mistakes and trying to improve. And I think that's the main core message here. But I'm curious, what are your thoughts about this idea? And please share this video if it resonates. It always helps a lot. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, and let me know what you think in the comments.